Welcome to Minddrive. This is survival skills for real life. Now let's get into it. You're not indecisive. Your brain is exhausted. 35,000 decisions. That's how many your brain makes every single day. What to wear, what to reply, what to eat. Whether that message sounded rude, by evening there's nothing left. That's why you scroll Netflix for 20 minutes and watch nothing. Why you reread the same message 5 times and still don't send it. Why choosing dinner feels harder than your actual job. Scientists call it decision fatigue. And it's not a character flaw, it's a system problem. Here's the truth. Most people don't have a decision-making issue. They have a problem-defining issue. They're trying to choose before they've actually looked at what they're choosing between. That's exactly what the PROB method fixes. 5 letters, 5 steps. Any decision, big or small, at work, at school, at home. By the end of this video, you'll be able to take the mess in your head and turn it into an actual decision in under 10 minutes. Let's get into it. P, the problem blind spot. Let's define the problem. Most people don't actually know what their problem is. They know what's annoying them. That's not the same thing. Say you're constantly clashing with a coworker over deadlines. You think the problem is they're slow. The real problem might be that nobody ever agreed on what done means. A student thinks the problem is I'm failing this subject. The real problem is they haven't asked for help once all semester. Or, say you keep fighting with your partner about the dishes. You think the problem is dishes. It's rarely the dishes. It's usually, I don't feel like this is shared, wearing a dish rack as a disguise. Here's the trap. We solve the loud thing, not the true thing. And the loud thing is almost never the whole story. The problem blind spot is mistaking your reaction for the actual issue. Before you fix anything, write down in one sentence what the problem actually is. Not how it makes you feel. What it is. One-line rule. Name the real problem before you touch the solution. Ask yourself the thing you're annoyed about right now, is that the actual problem or just where it's showing up? R, the root trap. Why is this actually happening? This is where most people stop too early. I once worked with a manager who came to me completely fried. Said he had a time management problem, not enough hours in the day, everything on fire, all the time. So, we looked closer. Turned out, it wasn't a time problem at all. He was treating his unpredictable tasks, the fires, the last-minute requests, exactly the same as his fixed tasks like meetings and reports. No structure between the two, so everything landed on him at once, fighting for the same hour. The moment we separated fixed tasks from unpredictable ones and built a schedule that left room for the unpredictable, the time management problem basically solved itself. He didn't need more hours. He needed a structure. Students do this too. You think the problem is I'm bad at this subject. The root cause is usually I only opened the material the night before. The root trap is treating the symptom like it's the disease. One-line rule. Don't treat the smoke. Find the fire. What's a problem you've been fixing for months without it actually going away? What might the real root be? It's funny. We'll spend 20 minutes deciding what to watch tonight, and 0 minutes asking why every night feels exhausting. Oh, the option illusion. Here's the trap most people fall into. They find one option and stop. A student picks a group project role because it's the first one mentioned, not because it fits them. A friend takes the first advice they get on a problem because they're desperate, and that one answer leads them straight into another problem. And at work, someone takes the first job offer that lands just to make the searching stop, because they think they won't get another one. But if you cracked this job, you'll crack another one too. One option isn't a choice. It's a guess wearing a decision's clothes. The option illusion is believing the first solution you thought of is the only one that exists. Force yourself to write 3. Even a bad one counts. A bad option sitting next to your favorite tells you something about why you like the favorite. It also stops you from picking something out of pure exhaustion and calling that a decision. One-line rule. The first idea is a draft, not a decision. Think of a problem you're facing right now. What's option 2? What's option 3? Ask the why of it till you reach the roadblock. B. The balance point. Balance and choose. You've got your options. Now you actually have to pick one. This is where people freeze.
I don't know what to do.
Say you're deciding between staying at a stable job or taking a riskier one that actually excites you. The stable job costs you excitement. The riskier one costs you certainty. A student choosing between two electives, one safe, one genuinely interesting. The safe one costs curiosity. The interesting one costs certainty of grades. Neither is wrong. One just fits better. Or deciding whether to have a hard conversation with a family member now, instead of avoiding it for the 10th month running. There's no perfect option. Every option costs you something. There's only the option that costs you the least of what you actually can't afford to lose. The balance point isn't finding the option with zero downside. It's knowing which downside you can live with. Weigh it fast, pick it, move. One line rule. Perfect isn't a choice, it's a stalling tactic. We'll research a restaurant for 40 minutes before dinner. We won't spend 5 minutes weighing the decision that's actually stressing us out. What decision have you been still thinking about for way longer than it needed? Quick pause. You've now got 4 letters. PROB. You know how to name a problem, find its root, build real options, and actually choose one. But here's the part almost everyone skips, the part that turns a good plan into an actual result. That's E. Coming up right now. E. The execution gap. Execute. One small action, immediately. Not the whole plan, not the perfect plan. One move, today, in the next 10 minutes if you can. A manager decides to fix their schedule. The first move isn't redesign my whole week. It's blocking 1 hour tomorrow for fixed tasks. A student decides to fix their study habit. The first move isn't study 4 hours a day now. It's opening the textbook for 10 minutes tonight. Someone decides to fix a strained friendship. The first move isn't a big apology speech. It's one honest text. The execution gap is the space between deciding and doing and closing. It is proof to yourself that the plan is real, not just a thought you had in the shower. Momentum doesn't come before action. It comes after it. One line rule. Small and done beats big and someday. What's the smallest version of the next step you could take in the next hour? Every letter in PROB does the same job. It breaks the problem down smaller. Clarity comes when problems are broken down. A tangled problem and a simple one aren't actually different. The tangled one is just less broken down. Break it down enough, and it stops being scary. It just becomes the next thing you do. Tell us in the comments, which letter do you skip the most? P, R, O, B, or E? Be honest. That thread is always worth reading. Before you go, the bonus I promised. The fastest way to use PROB when you don't have 10 minutes to sit down and write it out. Ask yourself one question. Am I solving the real problem or the loud one? That single question catches half your mistakes before you even reach step 2. It works in a meeting. It works mid-argument. It even works at 2 a.m., which is usually when you need it most. Next week, episode 4. The 100% rule. Why giving your best and controlling the outcome are two completely different jobs, and why mixing them up is what's actually burning you out. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you haven't watched episode 1 yet, the PROB method works best when you know who you're solving problems with. That's what episode 1 covers. Link above. Until then, remember, clarity creates confidence. Confusion creates conflict. You're in the driver's seat. Start acting like it.